Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to the Union Baseball Complex for tonight's game between the visiting Sapulpa Chieftains and your Union Redhawks. Let's meet the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting team, Sapulpa. Batting first, wearing number 2, the center fielder, Bryson Donnell. Batting second, wearing number 10, the second baseman, Colin Seagroves. Batting third, wearing number 3, left fielder, Tyler Sparks. Batting fourth, wearing number 1, third baseman, Ryan Angel. Batting fifth and wearing number 11, DH Brooks Barber. In the sixth spot, number 6, first baseman, Brock Koppas. Hitting seventh, number 7, shortstop, Braden Andrews. Hitting 8, number 15, right fielder, Eli Beck. And hitting ninth, the catcher, number 12, Aaron Roberts. Tonight's pitcher, number 24, Logan Mason. The head coach of the Sapulpa Chieftains is Steve Irvine Jr. Now the starting lineups for your Union Redhawks. Hitting first and wearing number 1, left fielder Aiden Leathers. Hitting second, wearing number 18, third baseman Isaiah Butler. Hitting third, number 11, center fielder Asher Fowler. Hitting fourth, number 3, shortstop Zach Oliver. In the fifth spot, number 15, right fielder Gavin Wilhelm. Hitting sixth, number 6, DH Peyton Williams. Hitting seventh, number 26, first baseman Connor Douthit. In the eighth spot, number 17, catcher Caden Hubbard. And hitting ninth, number 10, pitcher Brock Lamy. Playing second base tonight, number 8, Chandler Studdard. Head coach of the Union Redhawks is Sean Newkirk, assisted by Justin Brown, Chuck Justice, and Cameron Summers. Now we please ask that you rise as you are able for our national anthem. Welcome into another Union Redhawks baseball game here on the Union Sports Network. I'm Rick Corey along with Andy Irwin and the crew here. Volunteer dads, students all putting on this baseball game for you tonight between Union and Sapulpa. Last time out, Union lost a close one, 8-6, and a big comeback in the late innings. That was on Friday. Tonight, the Sapulpa team comes in at 19-16, 8-6 in district play, but they have won 7 of their last 8. On Union's side, despite a couple of very difficult games with the errors and such, the Redhawks are at least 4-4 in their last 8 and playing what you'd call scrappy baseball here toward the end of the year. 11-24 overall, 6-8 in district play. And Union in the district playoffs will play Jinx at Sand Springs. That will be Wednesday of this week at 1:30. In the meantime, they take on a Sapulpa team that, as I said, has been very hot as of late. Now, this is one of those games where the wind has been kind of all over the place, and as you know, in Oklahoma, with this time of year, it's going to be windy. But it was the kind of windy today that bent trees over and moved cars. Right now, the flag in center field, strangely enough, is sitting straight down. Almost not a breath of wind, but as we have been here about an hour and a half today, It has at times even blown the screen in front of us. So it'll be an interesting day as this wind will whip around here today inside the ballpark. Brock Lamy on the mound for Union, and he has had alternatively really good innings and a couple of tough innings. Now the last couple of times out, their team behind him made a few errors and made it a lot harder on him. But he's shown some liveliness in that arm. On the other side for Sapulpa, their pitcher will be Logan Mason, who, if you watched him warm up, again, brought some pop in the glove. There's no doubt about that. So on a Monday night with about a 80-degree temperature and winds in around the 10-mile-an-hour from the northwest area, we'll have ourselves some baseball here in just a few minutes. And the wind was blowing earlier, just enough that Andy and I, sitting here in the box, again, a little over an hour ago, got that nice smell from the grill. And when I say nice, I'm talking about the kind of thing that'll make you think of spring and will cause you to go buy a hamburger even if you don't want one. So if you come to the ballpark, you might want to go visit, first of all, the concession stand and grab one of those before they are gone. They are cooked on a grill about an hour before the game, hour or so, and it is going to be entirely worthwhile, I'll tell you that. All right, we are ready to get underway right now. Hitting first, number 2, center fielder Bryson Donnell. You see Sapulpa in the pinstripe pants, Union in their pinstripe whites today, as we get this one underway. Very, very, if any, light breeze here as we prepare for pitch 1. Lamy's delivery dead down the middle for strike 1. Brock traditionally not the fastest worker, but if he gets into a rhythm, he'll speed himself up. That one just on the outside corner. You saw Hubbard set up just a little outside, so we're even at 1-1. Big study from Lamy. Delivery swing, and that's going to go to Butler. Clean play there, and the throw got him in time. That is out number 1. So a ground out for Donnell, and it's 1 down for Sapulpa. Number 10, second baseman Colin Seagroves will step in. Nice clean pickup there for Butler. You know, before games, the Union coaches, many of the coaches, and the trainer for Union, the athletic trainer, like to play a little pepper, and this time most of the players got involved, and Isaiah Butler was practicing some of those skims off the turf just that way. Pitch number 1 inside for ball 1. Normally there's 3 or 4 of them over there, just coaches and staff, and again the athletic training staff, but today there are about 9 guys over there playing pepper up against the screen. Pitch number 2 got that inside corner, and that's strike 1. We're even at 1-1. The coach said before the year he wasn't sure how this group would kind of vocalize, and they've gotten much more that way as we go along. That ball swung on, and that's going to be fouled back, and it will be 1-2. And now when the wind picks up, that American flag out in center field is blowing almost directly in from right center. So once again, it is pretty typical of Oklahoma. That wind's going to flip all over the place. Lamy's delivery high over the top of the head there. That's 2-2. And Seagroves never even blinked. He just let that thing sail over his head. 1 down, no one on, and a 2-2 count. Held up there. First baseman says, or first base umpire says he did not go, and we're full of 3-2. This game quite a while back was scheduled at 6, changed to 5. And it looks like we've got notices out to people, though. We've got pretty good crowds. Both bleachers, left and right, are pretty full. Swing and a foul back, so we'll stay at 3-2. Not terribly full in front of us here under the cover, but outside by first and third, pretty full. And, of course, a ton of people bringing their own chairs. Matter of fact, this is the biggest bring your camp chair game so far. If we're giving awards for camp chairs, tonight wins. Full count. Another foul off, and we'll stay at 3-2. I like the ones with the chairs who have just put it just far enough away you can get the foot up on the ledge there. You talk about at home, you're not going to find a better way to get it home. That's going to be low for ball 4, and that'll be a walk as Seagroves will be on base. Number 3 left fielder Tyler Sparks will step up with 1 on and 1 out. Umpire will move over towards second. Now we'll watch that lead for Seagroves. Being a right-hander, Lamy will have to check over that shoulder. Seagroves just has that right foot on the outer edge of the cut. Lamy's delivery, that's a swing and a foul back, and again we'll have a strike. That was going to go just outside the park, and it's going to be 0-1. We've already had to deliver more baseballs. Someone's pointing to the parking lot, so somebody may have gotten a dent out of that one, so we'll see. Sparks steps up at 0-1. Quick throw over to first. Seagroves back pretty easily. Lamy taking his time here. That delivery, the runner looked like he would go. Throw out there very quickly is not in time. Runner held, and that was strike 2, so we're at 0-2. And Hubbard that time very careful with his throw down to first. Had a couple of problems with that, of course, this year, but not that time. 0-2, 1 out, 1 on. We are in the bottom of the first. Lamy steps off. Another quick throw over. That's just enough to keep Seagroves from expanding that lead any. One quick look and Lamy will set. Once again, Seagroves looks like he's going to go and doesn't. That is much high for ball 1, and we're at 1-2. A little surprised Seagroves hadn't taken off by now. His lead really isn't tremendous. They respect that move by Lamy. That ball is going to get away, and that will send Seagroves to second. And we're at 2-2. Hubbard looked like he had a pretty good chance as he jumped to his left, but it bounced off the glove. So the double play chance is gone for now, at least the easy double play. And with a 2-2 count, Sparks will step back in and along at bat. Delivery swung on and hit to Douthit. He will make that play solo, and that'll be out number 2. Number 1 third baseman Ryan Angel represents the chance now for Sapulpa with Seagroves over at third on the play. So obviously a base hit would score him. Otherwise the Red Hawks can get out of this first half inning. Brooks Barber, the DH, will be in the on-deck circle. Got the outside corner, strike 1. Nice pitch right there. A little bit of slider action looks like. Zero and 1. Lamy now looking directly at Seagroves, so he knows where he is on third. Outside corner again. That is strike 2. I don't think Ryan Angel agrees, but as we have pointed out before, it's the guys in the black shirts who make the decisions. 2 outs, 2 strikes. looking to end this half inning. Lamey's delivery, a little too far to the outside, and it's 1-2. Umpire looked at that one for a second like he might go ahead and jerk the thumb, but he did not. Lamey's got to be pretty happy with that, and that's pretty good patience from Angel in not swinging and protecting the plate on that one. 1-2. There's a shot to center field. Fowler back with no trouble. That's a fly ball out, and that's going to do it. So at the end of the first half inning, we are at 0-0. The Red Hawks coming to bat for their first time next here on the Union Sports Network.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. David Roberts heads up the group with over 40 years of management experience and over 20 years in the real estate market. Sarah Bergeson, Scott Jobe, Jason Smith, Amy Bauman are skilled professionals that are poised to help you achieve your goals. Select Commercial Group treats their clients like family. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the industry, they are dedicated to providing exceptional services to clients seeking commercial real estate solutions. Whether you are looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest in commercial properties, their expertise covers various sectors, including office spaces, retail properties, industrial facilities, and more. Select Commercial Group is the go-to partner for all your commercial real estate needs. Call 918-695-6979 or 918-394-0700. A sponsor of the Union Red Hawks.
We're back here on the Union Sports Network. Remember, you can always find us here. Of course, you probably already know that, but at unionsportsnetwork.com or just by searching YouTube for Union Sports Network. We thank you for watching when you're not at the ballpark. I'm Rick Corey along with Andy Irwin and the crew here, and we go to the bottom of the first inning with the Red Hawks having held Sapulpa to nothing. Chieftains did get a runner to third base, but did not go any further. On the mound for Sapulpa, Logan Mason. And he's an imposing young man on the mound, I'll say that. He's not a little guy, and watching him warm up earlier, he brought some pop in that glove. There's no doubt about that. And you can see that movement there just as he's warming up, that he brings a little heft with that as he comes to the plate. Catcher was late getting out to help warm him up, so the umpires are going to give him just a little bit more time. But there goes the throw to second, and we're going to be able to play baseball here. Left fielder number 1, Aiden Leathers, will lead off for Union. He has been certainly a thorn in the side of teams lately when it comes to base running. He has been on a good deal, got a very high on-base percentage. And when he's there, he's a very good base runner, and he can make pitchers nervous. Mason's delivery, that's low and outside, ball 1. Aiden's also been very patient. He does not swing at a lot of bad pitches, not at all. That one, though, is down the pike, and we're at even 1-1. Nice break on that ball, too, back to the inside. Mason working fairly quickly, and that one shot to the second baseman, but gathered in easily by Seagraves, and that is out number 1. Third baseman number 18, Isaiah Butler, will step in. Isaiah had a couple of rough games at third, but he has hit the ball fairly hard, and that one right there by Aiden Leathers was hit hard. He's happened to hit it right at Seagraves. That pitch inside, and it's going to be a ball. And you saw kind of a late movement right there by Isaiah, kind of like, you know what, I don't think I want that one to hit me. One and 0, but that one will make it 1-1. That's a terrific little pitch. Caught that corner as it curved. Mason kick. He's a little high with that one. 2-1. And you can certainly hear that pop up here, so you know the velocity that's coming. Outside, that's 3-1. And that is inside, and that's going to be ball 4. And very quickly, Isaiah Butler gets a walk. 5-pitch walk, that'll do it. Center fielder, number 11, Asher Fowler, will step in. Another guy who has been consistently good, especially late, and when he gets on, he can fly. That leaves Zach Oliver right now in the on-deck circle, as the Red Hawks in the bottom of the first have a runner on with 1 out. Mason will look right at Isaiah, who's got a pretty good lead over at first. Swing and a miss there by Asher. Kentucky got over the top of that one a little bit at 0-1. Quick look by Mason. Asher with a bunt. That one will be playable at first, and it was. Angel makes that play. Butler rounds second, but he will stay there, and so he will move along, and the sack will move him over. Shortstop number 3, Zach Oliver, has the opportunity now. They'll hopefully bring Butler home. Butler's got the long legs, but it takes him a couple of steps. Once he gets there, though, he does run well. Gavin Wilhelm, who has also been hitting the ball very hard now in that on-deck circle. Two outs, 1 on for the Red Hawks. We are in the bottom of the first in a 0-0 game thus far. That one's going to be hit very solidly, and that one might be tough, and it is tough. That's going to get around and bounce over the fence. Sparks could not bring that one in, and I don't think he would have had much of an opportunity anyway. That's a ground rule double. Yeah, Zach Oliver goes to second, and the Red Hawks will score as Isaiah Butler comes around. It's 1-0 Union. Right fielder number 15, Gavin Wilhelm, with the next opportunity. That was quite a shot from Oliver. You could tell it was going to be difficult for Sparks in the very beginning, but once it hit, and unfortunately I think maybe if that thing had hit and come off the wall and been a difficult play, it might have even gotten into third, but who knows. That one will be fouled back. So despite the fact Mason is bringing some heat, the Red Hawks are getting good aluminum on the ball. 2 outs, 1 on, 1-0 Union. Mason looks up, now he steps off. It was an odd movement there by Mason. Wilhelm slaps that one foul as well, and it'll go over into the creek, and it's 0-2. Now blowing in pretty heavily. Any fly balls to right field would likely get held up. 0-2. 2 outs. Mason. Again, that's going to be fouled back, and again, it's going to be out of play. We're going to go through a dozen or two baseballs here. That's easily 8 to 10 that have already been fouled off into areas beyond the park. I have to send somebody out to gather some of those up. They're making Mason earn this, though. That delivery is going to be outside, ball 1. That's a lot of pitches for Mason in this just half inning already. This will be pitch 15 in this half inning. Delivery is hit straight to center field. Donnell got it, and that's going to end the inning. But the Red Hawks do get a run. So going to the top of the second, it will be 1-0 Union here on the Union Sports Network.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Welcome back here on the Union Sports Network. We are at the Union Baseball Complex, not very far off 169. You might be able to even hear the cars on a beautiful Monday. Has been a nice day, and it's going to be, for the most part, a nice week, although I'm not going to play too much weatherman, but it's going to drop to like 58 degrees on Wednesday. Oklahoma, welcome to the weather. Number 11, DH Brooks Barber will start this inning for Sapulpa. Union leads 1-0 as we go to the top of the second inning. Sapulpa did get a runner on in that top of the first, but Brock Lamy and his crew able to keep that runner away from coming home, and then Isaiah Butler scored for Union on a nice ground rule double. First pitch from Lamy in this inning, and that's a strike. Brooks Barber, that is a great baseball name. Settles in. Hubbard on the outside part of the plate. There's a swing and a foul back, and it'll be 0-2 quickly. Barber looks a little disappointed in himself on that one. I think he believes he had a better chance than the swing he took. Quick 0-2 count for Lamy, but that one well high for a 1-2 count. On deck circle will be the first baseman, Brock Koppes. It's a hot Sapulpa team, as I mentioned, winning 7 of their last 8. Foul back again. And we'll stay at 1-2. Delivery, swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Barber will have a seat, 1 down for Sapulpa. First baseman number 6, Brock Koppes, steps in. Quick out here for Lamy. Crowd's gotten even bigger. We have a good group of people here today. Into the season kind of thing, and we've even grown our camp chair section. Delivery's high, way inside. That's ball 1. Braden Andrews in the on-deck circle now for Sapulpa. That swing and goes to Butler. Butler making a nice snag, but it's going to be a long throw. Did he get there? He did. Isaiah Butler. What a tremendous throw. Butler had to go well behind third and very high in the air to grab that. He was able to do it and made the long throw for the out. Shortstop number 7, Braden Andrews. Last hope for the Chieftains in this, the top of the second. Tremendous play right there by Isaiah Butler. Unfortunately, he's one of the longer guys on this team, too, because that high hop might have been hard to handle for someone else. With 2 outs, Andrews squares to bunt, and the ball outside for a ball 1. Butler was well back, but Isaiah now has stepped in a little. Andrews kind of a lazy stance, and then he corrects it right as the pitcher comes to set. Outside corner for ball 2. Then he steps off to rub the baseball for a second. 2-0 count, but 2 outs and no one on. Quick work thus far. We've only been in this inning for about 4 minutes, or this half inning for about 4 minutes, and Lamy already has 2 outs. Delivery is going to be low, and now we're at ball 3. Ryan Angel flew out, and then, or pardon me, Brooks Barber struck out, then Kappas grounded out. That's how he got those 2 outs. But if you go back to Angel, his fly out, that's 3 in a row for Union. Scoring once again to bunt was Andrews, but it did not matter. That'll be ball 4, and he will walk. Right fielder number 15, Eli Beck, steps up now. So 1 base runner for Sapulpa, but there are 2 outs. Lamy will step off for a moment and have a short conversation with himself, a la Mark Friedrich. Okay, it's not going to be quite like that. And for those who don't know who that was, just look up the wild bird and you'll know. Squaring to bunt, but that one is high, so it's ball 1, and Beck got out of the way. Butler now in at third. He is on the turf as Hubbard will go out for a talk. I'm sure some of the dads in the booth will remember Mark Fidrich. They called him the Bird, and he was a wild man for Detroit. He had a really good year or two, and he would step off the mound and do a Rabowski type thing, which you'd also have to look up, where he'd pound his glove and talk to himself and do wild things. Then he'd step back up and continue pitching. Lamy didn't do that. No one's done that since. But it is entertaining video if you can go find it. 1-0, 1 on, 2 outs. That ball inside for a 2-0 count. Lamy's kind of strolled through 3 straight batters, but has missed the strike zone here in the last 8 or so pitches. Decent lead for Andrews. Beck got hit. So Beck will move to first. Andrews will move to second. It'll be 2-1 for Sapulpa. Catcher number 12, Aaron Roberts, has to take off his gear, but he will, and he'll step in. 2 quick outs for Union, and now 2 on with a walk and a hit batsman. Roberts, the bottom of the lineup, so on deck, Bryson Donnell, the leadoff hitter. Lamy delivers outside, ball 1. Outfield, of course, and the infield, pardon me, at normal depths, not holding anybody anywhere. Just looking for that out. Roberts ready. Squares to bunt, and that's going to be inside for ball 2. So Lamy suddenly having some trouble finding the strike zone. He has slowed his pace a little as well. That'll be ball 3. The ball got away. Both runners will advance. It didn't go far away from Hubbard, but he didn't spring up terribly quickly initially, and both runners took off, so now it is second and third with 2 outs. And a 3-0 count on Roberts. So they may have ended up over there anyway, depending on this next couple of pitches. It's 1-0 Union, but very much Sapulpa is threatening here in the top of the second. Lamy got a strike in there, and a good ball. Not only a good time to throw one, but a nice placement there, just on that low and outside edge. So a 3-1 count with 2 outs. That's a strike, too, so we will move to full count, 2 on and 2 outs. So big pitch, big at bat. Delivery. Swung on, and that is going to be foul. And it's a good thing, because had that been fair, that was going to be a very difficult ball. So we stayed 3-2. Obviously, both runners will be moving with the pitch. Here it comes. That's going to be hit right up the middle, and it will be between the shortstop and second baseman. That scores 1. Second run here comes in. Did he get the plate? Nope, he didn't, but he goes back. Beck missed the plate the initial time through, but I don't think Union knew that. He turned back around and scurried back to the plate, and Roberts will end up with a double. So that plate's 2, and it's now 2-1 Sapulpa. And we'll have a conversation on the mound. Union had 2 outs and an opportunity to get out of this inning, and it started to go south a little right there. A walk, a hit by pitch, and a double by Roberts. And I think a missed opportunity at the plate, because it certainly did look to me as though the plate had been missed by Beck, and he himself turned around and came back and got the plate, so I think he realizes he missed it too. So it's 2-1, and action will begin in the Union bullpen. Take a look to see which arms are going to be up down there. The conversation at the mound is ending without the umpires having to be involved. And we'll keep playing baseball. Back to the top of the lineup. There is a change. Gavin Wilhelm will come in and be pitching. Gavin is warming up. And we have seen Wilhelm, we've seen some of those throws Wilhelm has made from right field, so he is unquestionably has the arm talent as long as he can keep it in the zone. And Lamy will go out, and looks like he'll just go out and play in that right field position. The umpire will give him plenty of time to warm up. Redhawks now trail 2-1, but there are 2 outs here at the top of this second. And I believe we are ready to go. Center fielder number 2, Bryson Donnell. He's the leadoff hitter. And there will be a courtesy runner over at over at second, and that will be Henry Ramirez. He will take over in that runner spot. Donnell singled his first time up. And he will be batter number 1 against Gavin Wilhelm. Wilhelm a little high for ball 1. Wilhelm with that glove up by his face. Now he's set. Quick check. He's going to be high again for ball 2. 2 outs rather quickly, as I mentioned in this inning, and then it began to be a struggle for the Red Hawks. They trail 2-1 now. Wilhelm delivers. Got a strike in there. Good curveball from Wilhelm. Looked like it might stay on that inside, and it broke quickly for strike 1. We're at 2-1 with 2 outs. Runner on second. Delivery. Oh, that's a tough pitch to call a ball, but he did. That's ball 3. That one looked pretty sweet. Possibly just a little on that inside, but not much. 2 outs, a 3-1 count. We've got a runner at second. Wilhelm trying to get Union back in the batter's box. That one hits square up in the air. Looks like Oliver will be the man who gets underneath it. He does, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs scored for Sapulpa, and they do take the lead. It is now 2-1 Chieftains as we go to the bottom of the second here on the Union Sports Network.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead times. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas at InkwellNation.com.
So we go to the bottom of the second inning here at the Union Baseball Complex. Rick Corey along with Andy Irwin and the guys. 2-1. It is now Sapulpa leading after 2 runs scored there by the Chieftains in the top of the second. Designated hitter number 6, Peyton Williams, will be first man in against a new pitcher. As a matter of fact, I'm a little surprised by that, but I'm going to have to check that number. That ball swung on and missed, or swung on and fouled back, pardon me, so it is going to be 0-1. The new pitcher is Jensen Penn. Or pardon me, 1-1. Jensen Penn takes over for Logan Mason, and he pegs that one right in the groove for a 1-2 count. So neither pitcher, well, Logan Mason survived an inning. That's going to be hit just over the pitcher's head. Can the shortstop make the play in time? And he did. Braden Andrews, they say, made the play. That looked awfully close, but Andrews made the play, and that's going to be 1 out. And as I was saying, both pitchers really not getting out of the first inning, or they did, but not much beyond it. First baseman number 26, Connor Douthit. So 1 out and another very good play in the field. Both these teams have done that, and pitch 1 is strike 1. So Logan Mason did get through an inning, but does not start the second. Lamy got through an inning and didn't make it out of the second. Just off the outside corner for ball 1. And we're even at 1-1. Penn swung on and fouled. Douthit got around on that one, but maybe it's a little bit too quickly, and it's 1-2. 1 out here for the Red Hawks, who trail 2-1. We are on the bottom of the second. 1-2 count. Douthit hits that one softly down the first base line. Again, that's fouled, and we'll stay at 1-2. You see Connor kind of adjusting himself there and trying to remind himself how to flip and rotate those hips. With his batting stance, he has to really focus on that, and that one's a little low, 2-2. A little nerve-wracking on that one. Penn's delivery is swung on and hit down the first base line. That'll be fair, but a very easy play for Kappas and a ground out for Connor Douthit. 2 down for the Red Hawks. Catcher number 17, Caden Hubbard, is the man who has the opportunity to extend the inning. And Jensen Penn is another guy who works quickly. That delivery, kind of a half-hearted swing for a strike. I don't think Hubbard really was convinced that he was going to commit on that, and so he kind of waved at it. Penn, another strike. That one was tipped. So we are at 0-2 with 2 outs already. Well outside by Penn, 1-2. Well, he does not waste time. Once that ball is back in his hand, he sets and comes. Here we go. Hubbard readies. Swings and misses again, but that one was tipped and dropped, so he'll stay alive at 1-2. Good movement on Penn's little slider he's throwing there. And a swing and a clean miss right there, and that is 3 up, 3 down for Sapulpa. So it remains 2-1 Chieftains, and we will go to the top of the third coming up next here on the Union Sports Network.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
.78 degrees, winds from the northwest around 10 miles an hour. It's a good day at the ballpark. I'm Rick Corey, along with Andy Irwin and the Union Sports Network crew here at the Union Baseball Complex. Union trailing 2-1, and we will go to the top of the third as Sapulpa will come back to bat. Redhawks went 1-2-3 in that second inning. Gavin Wilhelm replaced Brock Lamy on the mound. So we've already had a pitcher replacement from both teams here. Also had a couple of really nice plays in the field, one by each team. Second baseman number 10, Colin Seagroves, is the first batter for Sapulpa. He walked his first time up. Monday Night Baseball here at Union. Nice delivery for a strike one there from Wilhelm. Gavin once again sets, and he is much more studied as a delivery-wise, but he's going to step out. And Seagroves will the same. Tyler Sparks, who singled last time up, is the man on deck for Sapulpa. That pitch is going to be hit in the air. It might be tough. Studdard going back, but coming in. Oh, and it was Studdard went back, and then coming in, the ball was dropped. And going to third is going to be the batter, and that close call. Nope, he's safe. Seagroves never held up as he rounded second, and Studdard and Lamy couldn't tell if one made the call or if no one did. The ball bounced between them, and then as they let it bounce, Seagroves goes to third. Left fielder number 3, Tyler Sparks. So either someone didn't call it or someone did and it was too difficult to play, but then the ball was left on the ground a little too hard, or a little too long, and Seagroves very smartly just turned the corner and went on to third. So Seagroves will get a triple. Should count for a double and a one-base error, probably. So Sparks will step in, and he singled, as I said, last time up. No outs, 1 on, and Sapulpa with a 2-1 lead are looking to add to it. That one high from Wilhelm, and it's ball 1. Gavin not paying attention to the runner, just to the plate. Just off that outside corner. Ooh, that was tough to call a ball. But as I pointed out, guy in the black shirt makes the decisions, and that's ball 2. Delivery, well outside that time for ball 3. And Sparks will step back in. That's a little high for ball 4, and Sparks has now been on twice. In 2 at-bats, he will walk. Third baseman number 1, Ryan Angel. Angel flew out his first time up. This time with no outs, he's got runners at first and third and an opportunity to add to the Chieftains' 2-1 lead. We are in the top of the third. And maybe as good a crowd as we've had this year here. We've got a bunch of folks in the stands and a bunch in their own chairs. Wind is picked up out there from right center. Delivery is going to be hit towards shortstop Oliver, who cannot quite make that throw. That's going to be safe, and that's going to score a run. And there was not much Zach could do. That was a very slow bouncer. And so Angel reaches base, and it's now 3-1. DH number 11, Brooks Barber. Struck out last time up, but he will step in with nobody out and runners at first and second. 3-1 game now. And again, there wasn't much Zach could do. That was just a very difficult play on a very slow bouncer. Squaring to bunt, but he backed off, and that is a strike. That looked like a pretty good pitch to try to bunt down to first base, but Barber didn't like it, took the strike. Looked like he'd swing away there, but takes the ball, so we're even at 1-1. Redhawks took a 1-0 lead in the first inning. At bottom of the first, but it has been all Sapulpa since then. Quick check by Wilhelm, and a delivery is high for off the outside corner for ball 2. I think you heard the response up here. I think most of us still considered that one to be a strike. It all depends on the umpire you get in the day and maybe the kind of mood he's in. You just never know. And I'm not complaining about umpires because that's a tough job and I don't want it. But we are all people and we all have our things. Scoring to bunt, that was going to be very, very solidly back at Wilhelm. He's going to try to make the throw to first. Did Studdard get there? Oh, they said he did. That looked like there was not going to be anybody covering initially, or that it might be difficult to get there. Wilhelm had to hold up, but he did get the runner. That does advance, and now it'll be second and third for Sapulpa. First baseman number 6, Brock Koppas, will step in. He grounded out last time up. That was dangerously close to being safe over there as well. But Studdard was able to get there. So that'll be a sacrifice. And we will have 1 out and 2 on with a 3-1 Sapulpa lead. And Kappa stepping in. He slaps that one right to Oliver. Won't be able to make the play at home, but does make the play at first, but that will score 1. So Kappas brings 1 home, and that makes it 4-1. Shortstop number 7, Braden Andrews, quickly in the box to hit. And now 2 outs for the Red Hawks. So a 2-run inning thus far here for Sapulpa, but they still have a runner on third with 2 outs. That a check swing is going to be fouled off to the first base side, strike 1. Seems to be the way it's gone for Union this year. Play very well at times, and then you'll have a short period where things kind of go south, and you get that fall behind. That's going to be low, and the ball almost got away. Good job by Hubbard to hang on to it, as that will be a ball. And it's just been very difficult to overcome those tough innings or inning and a halves sometimes the Red Hawks have had. Wilhelm looks quickly. That's going to be. That's a tough. Those corners are tough today. It's a 2-1 count. That's all you can say. This umpire is not giving corners. At least not the guys in white pinstripe jerseys. Wilhelm delivers down the middle for a strike, and we will be at 2-2 with 2 outs. Andrews walked his last time up, so he is patient, or at least can be. That one's going to be hit at Oliver. Makes the clean pickup, makes the throw, and that'll end the inning. So the ground out for Andrews will fortunately get the inning over with for Union, and we will go to the bottom of the third. Red Hawks now trail 4-1 here on the Union Sports Network. Back here on the Union Sports Network with a 4-1 deficit. Union will hit here in the bottom of the third inning. Number 10 right fielder Brock Lamy will step in. Brock pitched the first inning and into the second, where he was replaced by Wilhelm. And he will step in now to hit. Sapulpa also replaced their starting pitcher Logan Mason. Jensen Penn is out there now, and Lamy singles to left field. Not much chance for the shortstop to get on that one, and that means 1 man on for Union. Left fielder number 1, Aiden Leathers. He flew out his first time at bat. He will step up. There's been a shortstop change for Sapulpa as well. Braden Andrews, I'm sorry. Braden Andrews is still at short, pardon me. Looked like there was a change there, will not. Bunt is going to be foul there by Leathers. He just Kind of wanted to drag bunt that thing and could not quite get it there, so it's 0-1. Lamey watching coach with the signs. Newkirk has gotten his sign there. At 0-1, Leather steps back in. Quick throw over, but really Lamey all he had to do was take the one step back. Not much of a challenge there. There is action in the Union bullpen, not in Sapulpa's. Pen's delivery out low and inside, pardon me, for ball one. We're at 1-1. Four to 1 lead Sapulpa as we are in the bottom of the third. Another throw over that didn't make much difference. Lamey's not even really having to hurry to get back on that one. That one is going to be swung on and fouled. 1-2. Butler barehanded that one over there. Jensen Penn ready on a 1-2 count. That one's going to be fouled once again, so they're making Penn work. Leathers is a guy who doesn't miss very often. He doesn't strike out often at all. If he's not on base, he's at least making people make defensive plays. Count remaining 1-2. One on, nobody out. Now it's 2-2 as that one almost got an ankle. Isaiah Butler, who scored the only Union run, is the man in the circle. 2-2 count, and Leathers is ready. He's going to foul that one as well. Delivery of some baseballs. Going to need those today. Enough of them have gone in the creek already. Two and two. Penn again over to first base. His move is fairly slow and kind of obvious though, so I don't think there's going to be any problem for Lamey to get back. And Lamey's lead is a good lead. He's easily, that first leg is outside the cut over there, the outside cut. That's going to be a nice shot over to right field, but right at the right fielder, Beck makes the play, trying to get it back to get Lamey and well over through first base. And if it weren't for Roberts getting back to get under it, that was going to be a difficult play, but he did. You're going to give the catcher some credit right there, and that is one out for Union. Third baseman, number 18, Isaiah Butler. The play by Beck was fairly simple, but he just sailed that throw. And Lamey was in a position that it might have been difficult for him to get back if the throw had been crisp. Oh, that one hit Isaiah Butler. He ducked, and I think that one got him either on the back or in the top of the helmet. Can't really tell, but it got him. And that's going to mean runners at first and second for Union with only one out. Center fielder number 11, Asher Fowler. Asher's the one who brought Butler home with a sack earlier. So one out, first and second for Union. They trail 4-1, but threatening here in the bottom of the third. Delivery from Penn is going to be hit into the air. Sparks, the left fielder, will get there, and there will be no advancement there. So that fly out by Fowler. And unfortunately, just in a place where it can't advance runners. So two outs for Union. Shortstop number 3, Zach Oliver. Zach doubled his first time up. He hit a shot between the left fielder and right fielder that bounced over the fence and Now Sparks, the left fielder, has backed up significantly. Both he and the center fielder playing well back. And that first pitch is swung on and missed, strike one. That is about as deep as I've seen a left fielder play in the yard thus far. It's 315 to straightaway left. A little further there to left center, and he's easily back 310 feet out there. Penn got confused, turned around and wanted to go to first. Nobody was there, so he just kind of spun around and decided not to throw to anybody. 0-1. You can see right there on the camera shot. Look how deep that left fielder is. He is close to that fence. That delivery inside, ball one, 1-1. Two outs, but 2 on for Union. They trail 4-1, so an excellent opportunity to make this a closer baseball game. Jensen Penn on the mound. That one's going to be hit fair. Opportunity, and coming around third, and here comes Lamey. The throw is there early, and he got him. Sparks made a tremendous throw, and that got the runner, and that will end the inning. And you have to give credit to Sparks, but that ball was hit sharply enough that you knew he was going to have somewhat of a chance. They did not hold, and that ends the inning and the threat. We will go to the fourth inning next, trailing 4-0. This is Union Baseball on the Union Sports Network.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
We go to the fourth inning here on the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey with Andy Irwin and the crew here as Union trails 4-1 to Sapulpa. A play at the plate ended that third inning challenge for Union. Right fielder number 15, Eli Beck, was hit by a pitch his first time up, and he will step in for Sapulpa as we begin this fourth inning. Gavin Wilhelm on the mound. He took over for Brock Lamey. That delivery is strike one. Actually, that I do not believe is Gavin. Nope, we have a new pitcher for Union. That is Aiden Leathers. So the third pitcher for Union. We are even now, or pardon me, at 2-1. We have a 2-1 count. So third pitcher on the night for Union is Gavin's back out and right. That one we popped up, and speaking of, over toward right, let's see if Douthit can get there. He calls off, and Leathers makes the play. Or pardon me, Gavin makes the play. We've had three guys play right field. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. Somebody made the play in right, so it's out number one. That was Wilhelm, yeah. We've had three pitchers, three right fielders. Not quite sure what's happening here. So 1 out. And a delivery by Leathers is high and outside. Roberts now at a 1-1 count. This is the catcher, number 12, Aaron Roberts. He had a double his last time up. Outside again. That's going to be 2-1. I will say this, Leathers is not wasting time to work. It's a nice pitch and it's fouled back and it'll be 2-2. That one comes off the net. Has recovered. Leathers, ooh, that one was high, but it broke nicely. Ooh, it's a nice pitch. That's going to be 3-2. That had to be hard to lay off of for Roberts, but he did. And the 3-2 is swung on and fouled. So we will remain at 3-2 with 1 out. Umpire's going to walk the baseball out. Just, maybe a change of pace. So a 3-2 count, 1 out. Union trailing 4-1 here in this 4th inning. Leathers, that one slapped straight up the middle, stuttered, able to get to it. Can he make the throw? Got him. Oh, Chandler stuttered, made the throw. And that was tough because, again, a kind of a slow bouncer, and Chandler had to go all the way to second to make that play, but he did, and that is 2 down. Center fielder number 2, Bryson Donnell. 3rd at-bat for Donnell. He has a single and a fly out here. Let's see if Leathers, who has worked pretty quickly in this 4th inning, can make this a clean sweep without anybody on base. Leathers, oh boy, that was looked like a good pitch from here, but that's ball 1. Leathers already, and that one breaks back inside again. That's a nice curveball, but they're going to call it ball 2. He is a slightly high with that, but boy, it sure breaks nicely and looks like it hit the zone. Aiden swung on and fouled down the left field and third base side, so it's 1-2. Wind is alternately really strong and then, like right now, just dead. Outside for a 3-1 count. 2 outs, and Leathers working quickly with a 3-1 count here. Nobody on for Sapulpa, but the Chieftains lead 4-1. That one's going to be hit toward Douthit, and Connor will make the play himself, and that's going to do it. So 3 up, 3 down here for Sapulpa. They maintain the lead, though, 4-1. Union coming to bat in the 4th next here on the Union Sports Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
You see a set of full stands here at the Union Sports and Baseball Complex. We are playing some Monday Night Baseball, Union and Sapulpa. I'm Rick Corey with Andy Irwin and the crew. 4-1, Sapulpa leads, and they will go with their third pitcher of the night, Alex Probst. He is warming up right now. Sapulpa with a 2-run second and a 2-run third. However, Aiden Leathers, who went to the mound for Union, Union's third pitcher, able to get them up and down 3-3. So no score in the fourth, and the Red Hawks will have an opportunity here in this fourth inning. Right fielder number 15, Gavin Wilhelm. Gavin pitched a little bit here tonight. He has a fly out to his credit. Union took a 1-0 lead in the first inning, but it's been Chieftains since that time. Fairly quick moving game. We're only at 6:14 and already here in the bottom of the fourth. Probst delivers a strike. 0-1. Probst shakes off his catcher, Aaron Roberts. Was a second pitch shakeoff. That's tough. Swinging a foul back, and we'll be at 1-1. You don't get many second pitch shakeoffs. Wilhelm flew out his last time at bat. Probst on the outside for ball 2. Or ball 1, pardon me, 1-2. The delivery, again well outside, and we're even 2-2. Wind wafting just enough to bring in some of that concession stand smell again. If you're in the area, you might want to stop by for one. It smells pretty good. Probst's delivery is high and fouled back. So we'll be at 2-2, and that was easily going to be a ball, but Gavin took a swing. Alex Probst, again, works fairly quickly himself. That one hit very solidly. Can it stay fair, though? And it doesn't. Oh, that was hit well enough that Eli Beck could not get to it, the right fielder, but it was probably 8 feet foul, no more than that, and we're at 2-2. Gavin got a lot of aluminum on that one. We've already had one ball bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. Probst's delivery. That one hit very solidly to right center. This time Beck might have a chance, and he does. Beck makes the play, and a fly out for Gavin Wilhelm, and it's out number 1. DH number 6, Peyton Williams. Peyton grounded out his last time up. Solid piece of hitting there by Wilhelm. He put good contact on that ball both times. Just could not get it quite where Beck couldn't either get to it or in play. Pitched one from Probst, low for ball 1. 4-1, Sapulpa lead here in the bottom of the fourth. That's a nice pitch from Wilhelm for strike 1, and we're even at 1 each. Connor Douthit in the on-deck circle. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. We are at 1-2 with 1 out. It's a bullpen game here, as we've seen a lot of pitcher changes, and all these guys thus far working pretty quickly. Outside on that one for 2-2. And both bullpens remain active. That's a strike. They're going to set him down. Peyton Williams will strike out. Nice curveball right there from Probst. That is out number 2. First baseman number 26, Connor Douthit, the man who is stepping in. 2 outs, nobody on for Union, trailing 4-1 here in the fourth, looking for a little hope. Swing and a tip. That's going to be strike one for Douthit. Wind blowing in just enough to be against Connor if he pokes it out there to right field. Delivery is going to be outside for ball one, and we are 1-1. 3 hits for Union tonight, so they have put the ball, or put wood on the ball, if you will. Strike there for 1-2 count, and only a couple of hits for Sapulpa, but it has led to 4 runs. They've had a hit by a pitch and some walks. Probst, outside corner for 2-2. Douthit looked like he was going to swing on that one, but checked that shoulder and held up. Connor grounded out his first time up. Delivery, swing and a miss, and that is a second strikeout for Probst, and that'll end the inning. So we will go to the 5th with the Red Hawks trailing 4-1 here on a Monday night at the Union Sports Stadium for baseball, and this is the Union Sports Network.
Hey Union fans, score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
We go to the 5th inning here at the Union Baseball Complex. It is Union Baseball against Sapulpa tonight. Rick Corey with Andy Irwin and the Union crew. 4-1, Sapulpa leads. It is bullpen night. 4th pitcher for Union will be Luke Wood as he steps in. Quick-paced game here. We're only at about 6:22, so we've only been underway a little over about an hour and 20 minutes, and we are in the 5th inning. Redhawks had the early lead, 1-0, after 1 inning, but Union giving up 2 runs in the second and third, pardon me. And that leads to the 4-1 lead for Sapulpa. Districts will begin on Wednesday at 1:30. Union will play Jinx at Sand Springs. So we are about ready to get this thing underway. Number 10, second baseman Colin Seagroves will be the first guy up. Seagroves with a walk and a double thus far as Luke Wood steps in. First pitch from Wood on the outside, and that's going to be ball one. Only candy and the sodas left now at the concession stands for those interested. Wood delivers, and that's a strike. Nice break on that ball, and it's 1-1. I told you the other stuff smelled good. People are going over there and snatching up all the stuff off the grill. Chips are gone, all the rest of that. But candy and soda, and that's enough to sustain any 5-year-old. That one will be slapped right at the shortstop. Oliver with a long throw, but he makes it, and that's going to be out one. Really nice throw right there. And, you know, Oliver's been tremendous in the field all year long. Not much in the way of problems over there. Left fielder number 3, Tyler Sparks. Sparks has a single and a walk, so 2 at-bats, and he's been on twice. A little bit like a thorn in a paw. Wood quickly. Inside, ball one. And the instant I said candy and soda, I saw a young man head for the concession stand, so somebody convinced him, mom and dad. That one's the same place, really a little lower for ball two. Ryan Angel will be the man on deck for the Chieftains. Wood now in the outside corner, and it's 3-0. Wood wanted that one. He had kind of a frustrated look on his face after that one. Luke quickly, and that's a strike. So a 3-1 count. Sparks steps back in. Here we go. Way outside, and that's going to be a second straight walk for Sparks and a man on for Sapulpa. Third baseman number 1, Ryan Angel. Angel with a flyout and a single in this game. And with 1 out and a 4-1 lead, Sapulpa has a base runner. Sparks' lead is not big at all. Now he's going to sneak out there a little bit. Wood delivers quite high for ball one. And it's a bullpen game, so everybody's, we've seen a lot of different pitchers, 3 on either side. And still see people down there warming up now. Pretty good dugout action over there from Sapulpa too. Quick throw over by Wood. One and no count. The clapping you hear is the Sapulpa dugout. Players standing on the edge of that dugout, all staying nice and involved. Ups and in for ball two. And Hubbard's going to go out and have a word. Wood has thrown 6 straight balls. So there's going to be a bit of a conversation. Coach Steve Irvine saying something to his hitter as well as Angel steps back in. Hubbard coming off the mound without having to be prompted, so we'll get back to play. Wood digs in the foot, and with a 2-0 count, we're ready to go again. That delivery is a strike. Wood knew it too. As soon as that ball left his hand, you could see almost see the look on his face. We're at 2-1. Brooks Barber on deck with a strikeout and a sacrifice. That one is going to be hit sharply to left field, and that is going to be a single. So it'll be first and second now for Sapulpa with 1 out, as that ball was hit sharply and Butler didn't have a chance to even make a play on it. DH number 11, Brooks Barber. So Angel flew out and has 2 straight singles. Barber has a strikeout and a sack. He will step up with a chance to increase this Sapulpa lead. We are in the 5th inning. Top of. Wood's delivery is strike 1. Connor Douthit carrying on running conversations with anybody over at first. I'd like to have a recorder over there. I'd like to know what's going on. Delivery outside is 1-1. Good job by Hubbard stopping that one. It could have easily popped past that. You see over there, yeah, there's the shot there. Connor's actually not talking to him now, but it's the first time. Angel's the man in front of him. Delivery from Wood inside, getting out of the way though is Barber, and it's now 2-1. Luke started pretty quickly in throwing nice strikes, but he struggled to find that strike zone here in the last 10 to 15 pitches. At least consistently find it. Long look by Luke Wood. Runner goes at third. Quick throw down by Hubbard's going to get by him and into third base. Here comes the runner home. And also runner going to third. They were able to nab the runner at third. Angel was tagged out, but coming home was Sparks, and it's now 5-1 as Hubbard's throw got past Butler out into left field. Give Leathers a little bit of credit as he was smart enough to make the right throw, and they were able to get him at third, so that's 2 outs. And that now clears the bases. The count is now 1-2 to Brooks Barber. Luke Wood showing a little frustration right there. You can kind of see that. The delivery? Well outside, pardon me, it was a 3-2, and that's going to walk Brooks Barber. And I think Luke Wood was just downright frustrated right there. First baseman number 6, Brock Koppas. Koppas with a ground out and a sacrifice in this game. 5-1 now, Sapulpa. As the Red Hawks just can't quite get that third out squeezed on the throw from Hubbard. Outside corner is a strike. 0-1. Wood will make a throw over to first. Douthit didn't attempt to tag. Barber was back fairly easily. 2 outs here in the 5th. But a 5-1 Sapulpa lead now. Runner goes, and that one's going to be hit to center field, and that will be a base hit, but it was hit so sharply it wouldn't do any good to try to go to third, and trying to make the throw in from center was Asher Fowler as the runner came off the bag and nobody was paying attention, and it bounced all the way. Fortunately, a good job by the catcher Hubbard to back that up. Shortstop number 7, Braden Andrews, will step in. And now 2 on and 2 outs for Sapulpa, but Andrews with a chance to add to that lead. He has a walk and a ground out. Pitch is fouled. Yep, just fouled down that third base line. Kind of a check swing there by Andrews. And at first he thought it was foul, then he thought it might be fair, and he took off. But it rolled a good 2 or 3 feet foul before it got to Butler. So it's 0-1 with 2 outs. And 2-1 for Sapulpa. We kind of breezed through a couple of innings there, but this fifth has slowed down a great deal, at least this top of the fifth. Woods pitch. Well, that was close, but it's a ball, and it's going to be 1-1. Two on, 2 outs, a 1-1 count now on Andrews. Wood brings it, and that one's going to be fouled off, and it'll be 1-2. Eli Beck, the right fielder, is on deck. Andrews. He steps out after Wood stepped off. The delivery. Inside, ball 2. We're at even 2-all. Sun back out here. It had a little cloud action there for a minute, but the sun's popped back out. Nice evening to play a baseball game. 2-2 count. That one's going to be hit into right center. Might be tough, but nope, not a problem for Aiden Leathers. He got there, and that is out number 3. So a run is scored for Sapulpa. They now take a 5-1 lead. Redhawks coming to bat in the 5th. Coming up here at the Union Sports Network. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Another new pitcher here for Sapulpa. It is Jaden Harmon who will step in. The 4th man on the mound tonight for the Sapulpa Chieftains. They lead 5-1. Catcher number 17, Caden Hubbard, will step in for Union. Only his 2nd at bat here in this 5th inning. And he had a strikeout in the first. His first time up, pardon me. Pitch 1 is going to be inside for Harmon, and that is ball 1. We have so many people here at the park tonight, we almost run out of concessions. Pitch 2 off the turf, and that is, well, off the fake turf, and that'll be 2-0. A really good crowd here on a really nice Monday night. That pitch low, and it is quickly 3-0, and I thought the other pitchers were working fast. Harmon will throw his 4th pitch in about 40 seconds here, coming up right now. And it's his 4th ball. So Hubbard will walk. Right fielder number 10, Brock Lamy. Lamy was thrown out coming home after getting on base last time up, and now it looks like we were going to have a courtesy runner, and Coach Sean Newkirk is going to come out and have a conversation. Yeah, they will bring Aiden Leathers out. No, is that Aiden? No, it's not. I'm sorry, that is Brody Parrish. Yeah, it's Brody Parrish. Sorry, the 7 and the 1 look a lot alike when you're my age. And I've got fake eyes. That it's a long way away in a small number. Let's just put it like that. Got the corner that time, did Jaden Harmon, and that's going to be strike 1 on Lamy, although I don't think Brock agrees. He might have said something partially under his breath there. So 1 man on for Union on a 4-pitch walk. That is Hubbard, and Lamy is the man at the plate. Quick throw over, and that was a pretty good move. Give credit right there for Hubbard getting back, because not Hubbard over there instead, that is Parrish getting back. Oh, 1-1. And Harmon. Strike 1. It's a nice curveball. We're at 1-1 now. Harmon a little slower with the man on base. And that one will be fouled back. Just off the screen. Set to go, and that one inside. And that's going to be a ball. Good patience right there for Lamy, because that one was tough to lay off of. It looked like 1 and 2 with nobody out. That one's going to be hit right at the shortstop. Makes the catch, goes over to second base, to first, turns the double play. Looked like that might be an actual catch. Instead, it bounced in. Andrews to Seagraves to Brock Coppice, and that is the double play for Sapulpa. Got to give credit there to Andrews. That was not an easy play. Left fielder number 1, Aiden Leathers. So just when the Red Hawks have a little something going, a nice defensive play for Sapulpa. That one high from Harmon for ball 1. So the old 6-4-3 turns quickly for Sapulpa. High again, ball 2 for Harmon. Not a big guy, but he does have some pop on that baseball. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 5-1 lead, Sapulpa. Harmon got that one across on a nice breaking ball, and it's 2-1. Quickly again to the plate. Got another breaking ball across. Boy, that had some real curve to it, and we're at 2-2. That thing looked like it broke about a foot in its last 10 feet. And a kind of a check swing, and that's going to be fouled down the first baseline. The center fielder playing at least a couple of steps over. More in right center. He's really kind of at the top of the red part of that split U out there. I think Sapulpa thought they got him right there, but that's going to be called a ball, and we are at 3-2 with 2 outs. Leather steps back in, and he's not going to be a guy who's going to be intimidated as Harmon readies. Leathers hits it high and deep. Looks like Beck will have a chance to get under that one, and he does, and that will end the inning. So a fly out, that's 3 for Aiden Leathers, and that will end the inning, and we will go to the 6th with Sapulpa up 5-1 here on the Union Sports Network. We head to the top of the 6th here on the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey with Andy Irwin and the Union crew. 5-1, Sapulpa leads. The newest pitcher for Union will be Garrett Taylor, as both teams are bullpenning here their way through this game. A game that at times has moved really briskly, despite the fact using a lot of pitchers. So a lot of times you think would kind of slow you down. Union actually led this game 1-0, and since that time it's been pretty much all Sapulpa. Right fielder number 15, Eli Beck. He was hit by a pitch and flew out, so he has been on 1 out of 2 times as he steps in. And here we go. Taylor just high and outside, ball 1. Garrett's not unfamiliar with this position, obviously. He's pitched a good deal this year. That one got that corner there, and that is a strike. We're 1-1. I say corner, that was really a really nice pitch. Saw a little break in there, a little pop too. A little low for ball 2. It's 2-1. High. 3-1 count now. Delivery low, and that's going to be a walk. So Beck will be on base on a 5-pitch walk from Garrett Taylor. Catcher number 12, Aaron Roberts. Roberts with a double and a ground out thus far. The positioning of the sun and some of the shadows may start to be a bit of a problem for some of the left fielders here. That's going to be right in their face very soon. Taylor's first pitch is fouled. Strike 1, and Beck was kind of ready for that. It looked like that was going to be your hit and run, and he was on his way. But now back to first. Taylor outside. It'll be ball 1. We're even at 1-1. Garrett works a little more slowly than did Luke Wood or Wilhelm or Leathers. Quite high on that one, 2-1. And Beck is causing a little trouble over at first because he's a little kinetic over there. He's moving and jumping around. Looks like he's going to take that takeoff to second and then comes back. Now he's going. Throw is going to be into center field, but it's picked up quickly by Fowler, so nowhere for him to go. Hubbard's throw tailed fairly significantly out into center field, and Beck is now on second. And Roberts will step back in with a 2-1 count. Pardon me, 3-1 count. And that's going to put him on base. So 2 straight walks for Taylor. And there will be 2 men on. And there will be a confab at the mound as we go back to the top of the lineup for Sapulpa. Taylor's faced 2 batters. He's walked them both. And again, this being a bullpen game, you've already pitched your 5th pitcher. You can only go so deep. Second base umpire is circling the mound as though he's going to say something, and now the home plate umpire will come out and move things along. But things are beginning to break up at that moment. And we'll get this back underway. Center fielder number 2, Bryson Donnell. Donnell with a single, a fly out, and a ground out. And this will be his 4th at bat here in this top of the 6th inning, and a 5-1 Sapulpa lead. Chieftains with 2 on and nobody out. Taylor inside for ball 1. Get a signal from the bullpen that whoever is out there is ready. Let's see whether or not they make that change. Taylor well high, and it'll be ball 2. Taylor's really struggling to find the zone. That one's going to be low for ball 3. I believe it's Gonzalez who's pitching or warming up in earnest out there in the pen, but I can't quite see that whole number. 3-0. And that walks the bases loaded. So that is 3 straight walks for Sapulpa. And that will bring in a new pitcher. So Garrett Taylor will go have a seat after a very difficult turn. And Union's 6th pitcher on the evening will come in. That is going to be Juan Gonzalez. So pitcher number 6 takes the mound, and a 5-1 Sapulpa lead here in the 6th inning with bases loaded and nobody out. Redhawks have split their last 8, 4-4. Sapulpa, who's 19-16 overall, 8-6 in district play, has won 7 of their last 8. And you can see why. They've been very good. It looks like Sapulpa will have a change here too and send up a pinch hitter. We'll know in a moment. So we are set to go. Number 5, Marvin Osaba will step in to hit for Sapulpa, as they will make a change. This is where Colin Seagroves would be. We'll see whether or not Osaba goes out and plays second base. He will step in against Juan Gonzalez, whose first pitch is hit sharply down the third base line, but foul. And it's a good thing it was foul, because if that goes fair, that's going to score a couple. Osaba is I watched him walk by out there earlier when I was waiting on one of the lineup cards. He's got one of those lower bodies. It's just built for baseball. Got those thick thighs. You know, if he gets turned on something, he'll send it a ways outside for a ball, and we're even at 1-1. He is built like a power hitter, a compact power hitter. One count with the bases loaded, no one out. Gonzalez delivers, and that's swung on and missed. And that ball was outside, so I think probably at this point, Osaba realizes that was not the wisest of decisions on his part. 1-2. That one looked like he had thoughts of grand slam on his head. And he swings again, and that'll set him down. So Osaba strikes out, and that is the first out of the night, or of the inning, pardon me, for Sapulpa. Left fielder number 3, Tyler Sparks. Sparks has been on all 3 times he's been up. He's got a single and 2 walks. He comes up with 1 out. Bases loaded. So certainly Sparks has probably have RBIs on his mind. Almost got away but didn't. It's going to be ball 1, and Hubbard with a nice job of just keeping that one in front of him. We are in the top of the 6th. Well outside, 2 balls and no strikes. The game was again moving along pretty briskly and then slowed a bit here as Sapulpa loaded the bases with no one out initially, now with 1 out. Sparks waited on that one, and they're going to call it 3-0. So one unfortunate pitch away from walking 1 home. But you could be 1 pitch away from a double play, too, and getting this inning over with. Gonzalez brings it and got that strike. 3-1. That was a well-placed ball, too. You know, a lot of times on those 3-0 pitches, you'll see a pitcher just come right down the middle, and he didn't. He nuanced that one a little bit, still made a really nice pitch. So 3-1 with 1 out. That one hit solidly, and that is going to be caught by Leathers, or pardon me, by Fowler. Tag up at third, and hitting the ground and scoring was Sapulpa. Beck comes in for the score on the tag, and that was a good slide by Beck, and that will make it 6-1. And that will be out number 2. So there will continue to be runners on first and second, but now 2 out as Sapulpa leads 6-1. Ryan Angel is the man at bat now, third baseman. Delivery outside, ball 1. It's a really nice play out there by Fowler. And the throw wasn't bad. It was actually really close at the plate, but some speed shown right there by Beck. Gonzalez looking to get this inning over with. That one's going to be popped up, and it'll be foul, so it'll be strike 1. I've seen a couple of really nice plays in the field by both teams, as a matter of fact. 1-1 on Ryan Angel. He has 2 singles and a flyout. That one's going to be hit up in the air and should be a fairly easy play, and Fowler comes in and makes it, and that will end the inning. So Angel with another flyout, pardon me. Sapulpa does get a run, though. We go to the bottom of the 6th with the Sapulpa baseball team leading 6-1 here on the Union Sports Network. The fifth pitcher of the evening for Sapulpa is Colin Seagroves. He actually started this game at second base, but as both teams are going through their bullpen game, he will step in to throw. Third baseman number 18, Isaiah Butler, will be the first man to face him. He had a walk and a run scored. He was hit by a pitch last time up, so he has been on base both times he's been up. And the Red Hawks need base runners with a 6-0 disadvantage. That one will be fouled immediately over into the creek, and it's 0-1. Bottom of the sixth here for the Red Hawks. Seagroves delivers outside for ball one, so it's 1-1. District begins on Wednesday against Jinx over at Sand Springs. That ball will be hit in the air. Sparks, the left fielder, will call for it. He comes in and makes the play. That is out number one. Number 11, center fielder Asher Fowler. Asher has a sacrifice and a fly out. But a really nice defensive play in that top of the sixth here when he made a nice throw home. Seagroves again works quickly outside ball one. Seagroves almost impatient right there. He was waiting on Fowler to step back in, and here he comes. Outside again for ball two. He's ready right now. And he tails that one well outside for ball three. So that's three straight, getting progressively further away from the strike zone. 3-0 count. Fowler squares as if to bunt, and he gets a fourth, ball, and that's a walk for Asher Fowler. Shortstop number 3, Zach Oliver. This can be a problem for Sapulpa here with Fowler on, who can run, and Oliver up, who can hit, and only one out. Oliver has a single and a double in his 2 at-bats, so he has been very productive. Union at 6-1 deficit can certainly use base runners and a little bit of help. Got that one to curve in there. Strike one, a nasty pitch right there from Seagroves. Wilhelm is on deck, and as we've said, has really hit the ball solidly in the last couple of weeks. Seagroves a little slower now, and he'll make the throw to first. Nice dig over there by Koppas, or that could have gotten past him and been trouble. Bullpen now empty for both teams, so we'll see how this one plays out. Seagroves brings that one. Nice throw. Nice pitch. It looked like a slider that caught that corner. That is strike two. Good movement on that ball for Seagroves. Have to protect the plate now. Quick throw over, and that's a nice move. Fowler got back, and that's only because Asher's exceptionally quick. 1 out, 1 on for Union. That will be hit to right field, or pardon me, to the second base right field side, and that will be another base hit. So on once again is Zach Oliver, and he has his second single on the night. He's 3 for 3. Right fielder number 15, Gavin Wilhelm. Gavin has had flyouts both times at bat. I believe they're going to have a courtesy runner, and they will. Union will. Coming out to run. And that is going to be, that's number 23, DeAndre Gaines. Yep, that is DeAndre Gaines, who's going to be your pinch runner or courtesy runner. So with 1 out, first and second full for Union. And Wilhelm will step up. 6-1, Sapulpa leads here in the bottom of the 6th. Colin Seagroves. Little check. Comes low for ball 1. Got away from Roberts, but he collected it quickly. Now there is action again in the Union bullpen. It's like Zach Oliver is one of the guys throwing down there. And Wilhelm will step back in. Seagroves with a head nod. Now he's going to step off. Seagroves, I think, a little confused about his calls as he pulls out a call sheet from his back pocket. Now we're clear. Center fielder dead straight away. I mean, right dead center in that split U. Seagroves, and that ball's going to be hit almost where that center fielder is. That will be at least a single. Here comes around third Fowler, and he's going to score. So that's going to plate 1 for Union and an RBI for Wilhelm as he gets the single, and it's going to be 6-2. DH number 6, Peyton Williams. Peyton with a ground out and a strikeout. But with only 1 out, Union now at first and second. And we'll have a conversation on the mound for Sapulpa. Redhawks trailed last time they played, trailed significantly. And were able to put together a nice comeback before losing by a couple of runs. See if they can pull something out of the fire here. And there is now action once again in that Sapulpa bullpen, so this is just nothing more than allow our guy time to warm up. Game has gone very slow, and then it moved very quickly through the middle innings and has slowed significantly again here. But the umpire must have a dinner reservation. He's going to come out and move people along. (6-2) now. And Fowler coming around third like a flash. There was not even a chance to make a play at the plate on Asher. To be blessed with that kind of speed, I would not know what that feels like. Williams steps in. Peyton again with a ground out and a strikeout thus far. Seagrove's first pitch is a strike. Then almost thrown away by Roberts. Seagroves jumps off the mound and makes that catch. And it's 0-1. 1 out, 2 on for Union. Outside for an even count at 1-all. 6-2. Redhawks trail. Connor Dalfit, who has a ground out and a strikeout himself, is in the on-deck circle. That's a nice pitch for a strike, and Williams wanted to turn on that one and then thought better of it, and then as he settled back, you could almost see the disappointment on his face. 1-2. Colin Seagrove's now on the mound. That one will be reached and fouled. That's hit over in the car area, and we will stay at 1-2. Seagroves looks. That one will be hit to center field. Donnell has an easy beat on that one, and no tag, and that will be out number 2. First baseman number 26, Connor Douthit. Last chance for the Red Hawks in this inning. But there are 2 runners on for him, so a chance to make a little difference here in a 6-2 game. Union down here in the bottom of this 6th inning, or 6th inning, pardon me. Seagroves inside strike. Oof. That looked like that was going to tail further inside. I understand why Douthit held up on that one, but it is strike 1. Seagroves ignoring those runners for the most part, although he'll check right there. That one is going to be hit very softly, and it's going to be a hard play for third baseman, but he got there. Ryan Angel had to make a very quick run into that one, but he got there and throws him out. So a ground out for Douthit, and we will go to the 7th inning. Union trails 6-2. Sapulpa coming up next here on the Union Sports Network. The 7th pitcher on the night for Union will be Zach Oliver. It is bullpen night. Everybody gets a chance on the mound except us up here, and that's probably by far the best decision. Union trailing 6-2 as we go to the 7th inning here. I'm Rick Corey with Andy Irwin and the Union Sports Network crew. The regionals begin on Wednesday. It will be Union and Jinx at Sand Springs at 1:30. Going to play the shortstop position where Zach normally plays will be Brody Parrish. And stepping in should be the designated hitter Brooks Barber. Yep, and he will. Designated hitter number 11, Brooks Barber, is the man up for Sapulpa. He has a walk, a sacrifice fly, and a strikeout. This will be his 4th time around. 6-2, Sapulpa leads. We played just over 2 hours here. Pleasant night at the ballpark. We started around 80, about 77 degrees now. Wind has been up and down, but right now that American flag laying straight down here against that solid green of the nice green belt behind this ballpark. You've seen Oliver make throws from that shortstop position, so you know he can pop it. And Zach has taken a turn or two on the mound as well this year. First pitch is a strike from Oliver. Taking his time. And that one almost curved right back into the strike zone as well, but that's a ball. It'll be 1-1. Barber wasn't sure about it. He ducked out of the way. Not that I blame him. Outside for ball 2. Two and one, just underway in this 7th inning. No one out for Sapulpa. They lead at 6-2. Oliver inside for ball 3. Zach sets. And a swing and a miss. We are, pardon me, full at 3-2. A nice pitch right there, and Barber knew it. He just could not get the metal on it. 3-2 count. Now would have put him on base. That one's inside. Barber will walk. That is his 2nd straight walk to go with a strikeout and a sacrifice fly. First baseman number 6, Brock Koppas. Koppas with a ground out, a sac fly, and a single his last time up. I have a courtesy runner over at first base for Sapulpa. I believe that is going to be Brody Pavey. Hubbard out early to talk here to Oliver, more than likely just about signals and such. On your 7th pitcher, you want to make sure that everybody's on the same base or page when it comes to pitches. Nobody out, one on for the Chieftains. Oliver's delivery is hit solidly to left field, and Leathers gets there. Aiden makes the catch, and he'll hold that runner at first as well. So that's a nice job by Leathers. That was not an easy one to make initially. He was able to get that next step, though, and get back there and make the play. Shortstop number 7, Braden Andrews. He has a walk, a ground out, and a fly out. His 4th at bat here today. So 1 out, 1 on here in the 7th for Sapulpa. Quick throw over by Oliver, but no attempt at a tag. The righty and lefty will square off again. A swing and a miss there for Andrews. So that is strike 1. Oliver delivers, fouled back, and that is strike 2. Zach's first pitch was a terrific strike, and then he struggled a little bit. Now he's right back at it. There's a quick shake of the head. But Andrews didn't like it and stepped out. Another throw over, and that might have had a bit of a chance, but it was a little bit to the outside. Dothett had to go snag it first and not able to make an attempt at a tag. 0-2 with 1 out and 1 on. And Andrews waits. Now once again, everyone will step off. So a little cat and mouse going on here. Andrews back in. Oliver ready. That one well to the outside. Quick throw, and they've got the runner caught. Douthit's throw to second. Got him. Parrish covering, and that's going to make it 2 outs now for Sapulpa. As that was a good job there. Hubbard's had a couple of problems throwing that ball down to first or third on steals. That time he made a really nice throw, and Douthit very controlled with his throw. Parrish a good job covering, and that's going to make it 2 outs. Plus a 0-2 count now on Andrews. So the Redhawks 1 pitch away from moving to this bottom of the 7th. That one will be fouled back. That one's going over in the cars, and it will remain 0-2. Pardon me, a 1-2 count. Zach's been so good lately, I missed the ball. Delivery. And that one's going to be fouled back as well. This is the Creek gets the baseball game. We've easily had 20 fly balls or foul balls fly out of play here. And I mean well out of play. So it remains 1-2 with 2 outs. And Zach Oliver ready again, trying to end this inning or half inning, and that swing will do it. So a strikeout, Andrews will have a seat, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th. Redhawks need a rally, trailing 6-2 here on the Union Sports Network. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here on the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey with Andy Irwin and the crew. Baseball here on a Monday night. Our 6th pitcher for Sapulpa tonight, Colton Watkins. And stepping in for Union, catcher number 17, Caden Hubbard. That did not look like a strike from up here, but they called it one, so it will be 0-1. Colmenares is going to be the man on deck here. That one is hit really solidly, but that's going to go to the left fielder, Sparks, and that will be out number 1. Number 14, Gustavo Colmenares will step in here and be a pinch hitter for Union. 2 outs left in this game for the Redhawks, who trail 6-2 to Sapulpa. And that one's going to go right back up the middle. It's going to be a tough play, but the shortstop makes it and makes the throw. Braden Andrews with his second or third really solid defensive play of the game. And that's a quick 2 outs for Union. Left fielder number 1, Aiden Leathers, represents the last chance for the Redhawks in this 6-2 game. That is 2 outs in what, 2 or 3 pitches here for Colton Watkins, and he throws another strike. This guy is working quickly. 0-1. Leathers is going to stand there just for a second to slow things down, but I think he's having a conversation with his third base coach as they're straightening something out. If we can get to him, Isaiah Butler is the man on deck. But the way Watkins is working, oof. Watkins is standing there right now ready to throw. The instant Leathers steps back in there, this ball's coming this way. Here we go. And he delivers another strike. It is 0-2, and we are down to 1 strike. Here we go. Nope, he thought he got him, but he didn't. The umpire calls that one a ball. It's 1-2. The entire Sapulpa team started to walk off. The umpire did not. And Watkins was also convinced that was a strike, and now we're at 2-2. Those corners have been tough tonight. This umpire's not giving them to you. Watkins quickly. That one's fouled, so we'll remain at 2-2. I think Watkins expected he'd be in the bus by now. He thought this game was in the books about 3 pitches ago. Here he comes. That one will be fouled down the third baseline. Don't think there's a chance to get there. It stayed in play, but Sparks had a long run. That one bounces over into the grass as well, so another ball lost. Watkins looks very impatient out there. 2-2, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 1 strike left for Union. That one will be also fouled back, so we remain at 2-2. Leathers doing what he does, making it hard on a pitcher. He is just hanging in there. Steps back, and here we go. That one also missed the outside, and we've worked to 3-2. This was a very quick 0-2 count. And Watkins thought he had the next 2 pitches. He didn't, and now we're at 3-2. That one, though, was straight down the middle and fouled back, and we'll stay at 3-2. Baseball's delivered to the umpire, who has gone through a ton of them tonight. Leathers is staying out of that box because he knows the instant he walks in, Watkins is bringing it. Here we go. That one is going to be popped up, and it looks like Angel, the third baseman, will get to it, and he does. That'll do it. Out number 3, we are played our 7 innings, and the Red Hawks will lose this one by a score of 6-2. Again, the regionals will begin on Wednesday. It'll be Jinx at Sand Springs Wednesday at 1:30. For Andy Irwin and the Union Sports Network crew, I'm Rick Corey. That'll do it. 6-2. Union loses this one. Good night.